Now, who are the organizations responsible for the development of codes, standards, and specifications? Who are these organizations? Some of the organizations responsible for developing standards includes the American National Standards Institute, ANSI, American Society for Testing and Materials, ASTM International, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, ASME, American Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE, International Electrotechnical Commission, IEC, International Organization for Standardization, ISO, International Telecommunication Union, ITU, and American Petroleum Institute, API. Now, American National Standards Institute. Who are they? Who are these organizations? American National Standards Institute accredits organizations that carry out product or personnel certification in accordance with requirements defined in international standards. And the American National Standards Institute, ANSI, is a private non-profit organization that oversees the development of voluntary consensus standards for products, for services, for processes, for systems, and personnel in the United States. Now, the organization also coordinates US standards with international standards so that American products can be used worldwide. ANSI accredits standards that are developed by representatives of other standards organizations, government agencies, consumer groups, companies, and others. Now, these standards ensures that the characteristics and performance of products are consistent, that people use the same definitions and terms, that products are tested the same way. Now, how about American Society for Testing and Materials? The American Society for Testing and Materials is an international standards organization that develops and publishes voluntary consensus technical standards for a wide range of materials, products, services, systems. Now, some 12,575 ASTM voluntary consensus standard operates worldwide. ASTM International, as it is now called, has no role in requiring or enforcing compliance with the standards. The standards, however, may become mandatory when referenced by an external contract, corporation, or government. Now, ASTM is functional in the United States. Now, in the United States, ASTM standards have been adopted by incorporation or by reference in many federal, state, and municipal government regulations. And the National Technology Transfer and Advancement Act, passed in 1995, requires that the federal government use privately developed consensus standards whenever possible. The Act reflects what had long been recommended as best practices within the federal government. And other governments which are local and worldwide also have referenced ASTM standards. Corporations doing international business may choose to reference an ASTM standard. It is optional, it's voluntary. How about American Society of Mechanical Engineers? American Society of Mechanical Engineers. The American Society of Mechanical Engineers, ASME, is an American professional association that, in its own words, promotes the arts, science, and practice of multidisciplinary engineering and allied sciences around the globe via continuing education, training and professional development, codes and standards, research, conferences and publications, government relations, and other forms of outreach. Now, ASME is thus an engineering society, a standards organization, a research and development organization, an advocacy organization, a provider of training and education, and a non-profit organization. Founded as an engineering society, it is focused on mechanical engineering in North America. ASME is today multidisciplinary and global. It produces approximately 600 codes and standards covering many technical areas such as fasteners, plumbing, fixtures, elevators, pipelines, and power plant systems and components. ASME standards are developed by committees of subject matter experts using an open consensus-based process. Many ASME standards are cited by government agencies as tools to meet their regulatory objectives. ASME standards are therefore voluntary unless the standards have been incorporated into a legally binding business contract or incorporated into regulations enforced by an authority having jurisdiction, such as federal, state, or local government agency. ASME standards are used in more than 100 countries and have been translated into numerous languages. The examples of these standards include ASME boiler and pressure vessel. Now, this is the largest ASME standard, both in size and in the number of volunteers involved in its preparation.